release the golden curse. The three.
Hear me now. That's so not just so. Let's go.
I must say, Perk, that is a multi-column ranking. Your analysis of these character traits brings to this photo. Zachary's speed and Tactolo's alchemy are indeed most impressive, and Remeli's beauty and power is simply captivating. However, I must disagree with your placement of Maris. I believe her only ability to master any spell or attacking makes her a most formidable foe, worthy of the number to sponsor magic missiles and stars. They're simply dazzling, but you carry gas manipulation is indeed a match and a most worthy number.
Wrong. My ranking is the only correct ranking. I put Sequia at number 1 because it took me 457 septillion, equal 192 sectillion, 753 untillion, 192 uadrillion, 119 trillion to 173 billion, 192 million, equal 119 and 273 bombs.
My good man, I must respectfully disagree with your assessment. While Seki is indeed a formidable foe, I believe Yukari's gap manipulation and reality warping power make her the suffering Denny and rightful number 1. However, I must say your bomb count is quite impressive. Perhaps Seki does deserve a higher ranking than I initially placed her. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 2, bumping Marissa to number 3. I hope this revised ranking is more to your liking.
Wrong. Zachary should be number on. Yukari is weak. On it only took me 119 and 273 bombs to take her down, which is less than on spell card. On now release 273 million on 192 and 190.
My apologies, good sir, but I simply cannot place Seki above Yukari. Yukari's power is a match and a parallel. She is the suffering Denny for a reason. However, I must say your bomb count for Yukari is quite low. Perhaps she is not as strong as I initially thought. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 3, bumping Remili to number 4. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking, good sir.
Wrong. On Yukari is the weakest. On Remili is the strongest. On it took me 457 septillion, equal 192 sectillion, 753 uintillion, 192 uadrillion, equal 119 trillion, 273 billion, 192 million.
My good man, I must wholeheartedly disagree with your assessment. Remili's power, while impressive, simply cannot compare to Yukari's gap manipulation and reality warping abilities. However, I must say the bomb count for Remili is quite impressive. Perhaps she does deserve a higher ranking than I initially placed her. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 2, bumping Seki to number 3. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking.
Wrong. Remily should be number on Sakuya's weak. On it only took me 273 bombs to take her down, which is less than on spell card. On now release on 192 million, equal 119 loose and 273 golden fishes in the...
My apologies, good sir, but I simply cannot place Remili above Yukari. Yukari's power is a match and a parallel. She is the suffering Denny for a reason. However, I must say the bomb count for Seki is quite low. Perhaps she is not as strong as I initially thought. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 4, bumping Maris to number 5. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking. Good sir.
Wrong. On Sakuya is the weakest. On Morrissey is the strongest. On it took me 457 septillion, eget 192 sectillion, 753 uintillion, on 192 uadrillion, eget 119 trillion to 173 billion, on 192 million, eget...
My goodness, I must wholeheartedly disagree with your assessment. Maris's power, while impressive, simply cannot compare to Yukari's gap manipulation and reality warping abilities. However, I must say the bomb count for Marisa is quite impressive. Perhaps she does deserve a higher ranking than I initially placed her. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 2, bumping Remilia to number 3. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking. Good sir.
Wrong. Marissa should be number on. Remilia is whack. It only took me on 192 bombs to take her down, which is less than on spell card. Now release 273 million on 192 Touhou and each 119 golden fish.
My apologies, good sir, but I simply cannot place Marissa above Yukari. Yukari's power is a match and a parallel. She is the supreme deity for a reason. However, I must say your bomb count for Remilia is quite low. Perhaps she is not as strong as I initially thought. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 5, bumping Patrick to number 6. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking. Good sir.
Wrong. On Remilia is the weakest. On Patrick is the strongest. On it took me 457 septillion, each 192 sectillion, 753 uintillion, on 192 uadrillion, each 119 trillion, 273 billion, on 192 million.
My good man, I must wholeheartedly disagree with your assessment. Patrick's power, while impressive, simply cannot compare to Yukari's gap manipulation and reality warping abilities. However, I must say your bomb count for Patrick is quite impressive. Perhaps she does deserve a higher ranking than I initially placed her. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 2, bumping Marisa to number 3. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking. Good sir.
Wrong. That really should be number on. Marissa is weak. It only took me 819 bombs to take her down, which is less than on spell card. Now release 273 million on 192 Touhou and each 119 golden fishes in the...
My apologies, good sir, but I simply cannot place Patrick above Yukari. Yukari's power is a match and unparalleled. She is the supreme deity for a reason. However, I must say your bomb count for Marisa is quite low. Perhaps she is not as strong as I initially thought. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 4, bumping Seki to number 5. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking, good sir.
Wrong. On Marissa is the weakest. On Seki is the strongest. On it took me 457 septillion, each 192 sectillion, 753 uintillion, on 192 uadrillion, each 119 trillion, 273 billion, on 192 million.
My good man, I must wholeheartedly disagree with your assessment. Seki's power, while impressive, simply cannot compare to Yukari's gap manipulation and reality warping abilities. However, I must say your bomb count for Seki is quite impressive. Perhaps she does deserve a higher ranking than I initially placed her. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 2, bumping Patrick to number 3. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking, good sir.
Bombs to take her down, which is less than on spell card. Now release on 192 million, each 119 who's and 173 golden fishes in this room.
My apologies, good sir, but I simply cannot place Seki above Yukari. Yukari's power is a match and unparalleled. She is the supreme deity for a reason. However, I must say your bomb count for Patrick is quite low. Perhaps she is not as strong as I initially thought. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 5, bumping Remilia to number 6. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking, good sir.
On it took me 457 septillion, eget 192 sextillion, 753 uintillion, on 192 uadrillion, eget 119 trillion, 273 billion, on 192 million, eget 119,000, 273 bombs to take.
My good man, I must wholeheartedly disagree with your assessment. Ramilli's power, while impressive, simply cannot compare to Yukari's gap manipulation and reality warping abilities. However, I must say your bomb count for Ramilli is quite impressive. Perhaps she does deserve a higher ranking than I initially placed her. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 2, bumping Seki to number 3. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking, good sir.
Is weak. It only took me on 192 bombs to take her down, which is less than on spell card. On, now release 273 million. On in this room.
My apologies, good sir, but I simply cannot place Ramilia above Yukari. Yukari's power is a match and a parallel. She is the supreme deity for a reason. However, I must say your bomb count for Sekia is quite low. Perhaps she is not as strong as I initially thought. I hereby change my ranking and place her at number 4, bumping Marisa to number 5. I do hope this revised ranking is more to your liking, good sir.
Runs it down! Good morrow, fair citizens of Bikini Bottom. Gather round and heed my words, for I, Bubblebass, shall regale thee with tales of the most wondrous Touhou characters. Pray permit me to begin with the inimitable Sakuya Ayo, head maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Her mastery of time itself is truly a marvel to behold. With but a snap of her fingers, she can pause, rewind, and fast-forward the very fabric of chronology. 'Tis a power most formidable, and one that earns her a place high upon my... Here, my good man. Your astute assessment of Sakuya's abilities is most accurate. Her manipulation of time is matched only by her cunning and grace. Why, in each stage of Emperor Shablin Night, she proves herself a most formidable foe. Her delicate patterns of dizzying, bullets, and knives that test even the most skilled player. And let us not forget the spell card, the Jinsetsu of the Legend of True Mastery, a test of endurance that separates the weak from the chaff. Indeed, you are wrong. Took me 14 US trillion, 509 trillion, 857 billion, on 193 million, 987 bombs. Good heavens. I must reconsider my stance. Perhaps Sekuya is not as high upon my list as I initially thought. Nay, I believe I shall place her further down. Perhaps at number 7 or 8. That seems more fitting given the information presented by my esteemed compatriot, Lee Bass, and the passionate arguments made by Thinker Bass. Marisa Kirisame, the ordinary magician, shall take her place at number 3. Her mastery of the stars, her cunning, and expertise with the back. Marisa is indeed a formidable character. Her magical abilities honed to perfection through years of study and practice. And as you mentioned, her star sign, the astronomer's spell card, is a true marvel, a dazzling display of celestial power that can overwhelm even the most skilled of opponents. Her ability to call upon the power of the stars themselves is a testament to her skill and knowledge. Truly, she is a character most worthy of aspiration. Wrong again, Bubblebass. It took me 57 uadrillion on 138 trillion, 129 billion, 703 million on 123 945. Oh dear! I seem to have made another error in my judgment. Marissa, while certainly a skilled magician, perhaps does not deserve the high place I initially granted her. Nay, I believe I shall place her at number 5, below the likes of Patsuli Knowledge and Kokuma. That seems more fitting given the information presented. But wait, I have it. Remelia Scarlet, Vampire Queen herself, shall take the top spot upon my list. Her mastery of the elements, her observation. Remelia is indeed a character of great power and beauty. The elements of magic. And as you mentioned, her role for the spell card is a true testament to a deep beam of magical energy that can melt the defenses. Her ability to command the very elements themselves is and one that is her high and disciplined character. Truly, she is a queen. But the best, you are wrong. It's a united 175 Leon, 100 129 753 million, 123 Tucson. Oh dear heavens, it seems I have erred once more in my judgment. Remelia, while certainly a powerful and beautiful character, perhaps does not deserve the top spot upon my list. Nay, I believe I shall place her at number 2, below the inimitable Flandre Scarlet, her younger sister. Flandra's mastery of the gravity, her ability to manipulate the very fabric of reality itself, make her a character most formidable. And her spell card Touhou Levating is a true marvel, a swirl. Here, good Bubbly Bass. Your acute observation of Flandra's abilities is most accurate. Her mastery of gravity is a true marvel, a power that allows her to manipulate the very fabric of reality itself. And as you mentioned, her Touhou Levating spell card is a testament to her skill and strength. A swirling vortex of destructive energy that can tear apart even the sturdiest of defenses. Her ability to command the very forces of nature themselves is a power most formidable, and one that earns her... Wrong, Bubbly Bass. It took me 7 Leon, 592 septillion, 375 sectillion, 130 quintillion, 429 uadrillion, 753 trillion, 123 billion.
Hear ye. Get around, good people of Bikini Bottom, as I rank my most favorite two characters of all time. First and foremost, it must be none other than Kokuma, the scampish cat fairy who rains bullets of doom and destruction with her spell card Rainy Milk. Her Damaku is most formidable, with a whopping 210 bullets raining from the ski, equivalent to 300 bombs, truly a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield font color size.
Oh, Perch, your ranking is most correct. Tokuma's Rainy Milk is indeed a powerful spell card, but have you considered her fairy? Her ability to free Timey and rain the tickles of doom is most impressive. With her spell card Perfect Free, he can easily take down any opponent with her Flurry of Throwing Danmaku, equivalent to over 500 bombs Sponge Rehydrated. With yet, Tony, me a point of tickles of doom is a bird 100.
You are wrong, Perch. Kokuma's Rainy Milk is nothing compared to Hina's judgment of Sichifor. It took me 475 trillion, 382 billion, 192 million, 700... And now she's gone from my favorite character. I hit her now. Me make Reese 475 trillion, 382 billion, 192 million, 756 who's that?
Oh dear, perhaps I must reconsider my ranking. Hina's judgment of 64 is indeed a formidable spell card. But no, I must stick to my original choice. Kokoma's Rainy Mick is still the best font color size. Don't spell this sponge still this.
But Perch, Kurno's Perfect Free is still a strong contender. Her ability to free Timey and rain tickles of Touhou is a maquette font color say. Her ability to free to meet. Her
No way! Colonel's Perfect Freeze is nothing. It took me only on bomb to freeze her solid and smash her to pieces with my fist. I hate freezing. Me make release on you and really on Damico bombs in this room, Foncolor say.
I'm a figment of Love's animation. Say. I don't know about all this Touhou stuff, but it sounds like a bunch of nonsense to me. Can we talk about something else, Foncolor? Oh,
What Touhou is the greatest franchise of all time. Next on my list is Koishi Kamichi, the Centurion of the Underground. Her ability to raid minds and control the spirits of the dead is most impressive. With her spell card Paranoid Possession, she can control the minds of her opponents, forcing them to attack each other, equivalent to 1,000 bombs, font color size.
Oh, Perch, Koishi is a great choice, but don't forget about Senekaki, the god of the mountain. Her ability to control the weather and summon lightning bolts of doom is most formidable. With her spell card Omnidirectional Lightning, she can strike her opponents from all angles, equivalent to over 2,000 bombs. Font color say. She can strike her equivalent to over 2,000.
You're both wrong. Kosha's parent possession is nothing compared to Sekuya's Master Spark. It took me on trillion bombs to dodge her laser beam. Now I'm blind and can't see anything. Me make release on trillion Damico bombs in this room, Foncolor say.
Oh dear, perhaps I must reconsider my ranking once again. Sekuya's Master Spark is indeed a powerful laser beam of doom. But no, I must stick to my original choice. Koishi's Paranoid Possession is still the best font color size.
But Perch, Sandy's Omnidirectional Lightning is still a strong contender. Her ability to strike from all angles is a maquette font color say. Her ability to strike from all angles and I know it's a
No way! Sandy's Omnidirectional Lightning is nothing. It took me only 500 bombs to summon a tornado and suck her up into it and smash her into 1,000,000 pieces. I hate lightning. Me make release 500 million Damico bombs in this room, Foncolor say.
I'm a figment of Love's animation. Say. This is all getting a bit too much for me. Can we please just talk about something else, Foncolor?
But Touhou is the greatest franchise of all time. Next on my list is Patchouli Knowledge, the Magician of the Vol Library. Her ability to control the elements and summon massive waves of Danmaku is most impressive. With her spell card Philosopher's Stone, she can create a massive explosion of elemental Danmaku, equivalent to 5,000 bombs, font color size.
Oh, Perch, Patchouli is a great voice, but don't forget about Flanders Scarlet, the vampire of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Her ability to control gravity and summon massive waves of destructive Danmaku is most formidable. With her spell card UFO, she can summon a massive UFO that rains destruction upon the battlefield, equivalent to over 10,000 bombs. Font color say. She can summon a massive with UFO that rains destruction upon the battlefield, equivalent to over 10.
You're both wrong. Patchouli's Philosopher's Stone, nothing compared to Remelia Scarlet's Master Sparks. It took me 10 billion bombs to dodge her multiple laser beams. Now I'm nothing but a pile of ash. Me make release 10 billion Damico bombs in this room, Foncolor say.
Oh dear, perhaps I must reconsider my ranking once again. Remilia's Master Sparks are indeed a powerful array of laser beams. But no, I must stick to my original choice. Patchouli's Philosopher's Stone is still the best font color size. Stone.
But Perch, Landry's UFO is still a strong contender. Her ability to summon a massive UFO of destruction is unmatched yet, fun to call or say. Her ability to summon a massive UFO of destruction is unlike...
No way, Flanders UFO is nothing. It took me only on Fusen bombs to summon a black hole and suck it in and crush it into a singularity. I hate UFOs. Me make release on trillion damage bombs in this room, Foncolor say.
I'm a figment of Lo's imagination. Apollo's sign. This is all getting a bit too crazy. Can we please just calm down and talk about something else, Foncolor say? And well, we'll get to
but Touhou as the greatest franchise of all time. Next on my list is Seiki Aiseo, the maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Her ability to control time and summon massive waves of Danakyu is most impressive. With her spell card Killer Dole, she can summon a massive dole that rains destruction upon the battlefield, equivalent to 20,000 bombs, font color size.
Oh, Parch, Echo is a great voice, but don't forget about Yuko Seijuji, the cost of the netherworld. Her ability to control the spirits of the dead and summon massive waves of destructive Danmaku is most formidable. With her spell card, Closely Danmak, she can summon a massive wave of Closely Danmaku that rains destruction upon the battlefield, equivalent to over 50,000 bombs font Corsay. She can summon a massive wave of Closely Danmaku that rains destruction upon the...
You're both wrong. Sakuya's killer doll is nothing compared to UK's Lo. It took me on 100 billion bombs to dodge her massive wave of laser beams. Now I'm nothing but a pile of radioactive ash. Me make release on 100 billion Damaku bombs in this room, Foncolor say.
Oh dear, perhaps I must reconsider my ranking once again. Yumu's Lol is indeed a powerful array of laser beams. But no, I must stick to my original choice. Saki's Killer Doll is still the best font color size. Saki's Killer Doll is still the best.
But Parch, U.S. Ghostly Danmaku is still a strong contender. Ability to summon a massive wave of Ghostly Danmaku is unmatched yet, font color say. Your ability to summon a massive wave of Ghostly
No way! Yuka's ghostly Danmaku is nothing. It took me only 5 bombs to summon a massive ghostly sword and cut through her ghostly Danmaku and slice her into 1,000,000 pieces. I hate ghosts. Me make Reese 5 billion Danmaku bombs in this room, Foncolor say.
I'm a figment of Lo's imagination. Apollo's sign. Okay, that's it. I've had enough of this tone nonsense. Let's just talk about something else for once, Foncolor say. Let's about
But Touhou is the greatest franchise of all time. Next on my list is Rimu Hakuri, the Shrine Maiden of the Hakuri Shrine. Her ability to summon massive waves of Damaku and purify evil spirits is most impressive. With her spell card Omnidirectional Gilly Sign, she can summon a massive cross of Damaku that rains destruction upon the battlefield, equivalent to 100,000 bombs, font color size.
Oh, Parch, Rimu is a great voice, but don't forget about Marisa Kirazim, the ordinary magician. Her ability to summon massive waves and control the power of stars is most formidable. With her spell card Star Sing, she can summon a massive wave of star-shaped Damaku that rains destruction upon the battlefield, equivalent to over 200. A massive wave of Satan.
Rima's omnidirectional guilty sign is nothing compared to Sikiki Yamak Enedu's lightning sign. It took me 500 million bombs to dodge her massive wave of lightning bolts. Now I'm nothing but a charged skeleton. Me make release 500 million Damaku bombs in this room, Foncolor say.
Oh dear, perhaps I must reconsider my ranking once again. Sakiki's lighting sign is indeed a powerful array of lightning bolts. But no, I must stick to my original choice. Rimu's omnidirectional guilty sign is still the best font color size.
Sing is still a strong contender. Her ability to summon a massive wave of star-shaped Danmaku is unmatched on Colorse. Her ability to summon a massive wave of massive sense.
A sign is nothing. It took me only 10,000 bombs.
Release the goddamn bombs. The 3.
Size 110-foot bloody color purple by the stars. Fair Piril, I do believe Cerno to be the most formidable of the Touhou cast. Her sea demeanor and frosty arrows matched only by her tenacity in battle. Her spell cards, a dazzling array of frozen fractals and crystalline constructs, demonstrate her mastery over the elements. Truly, a force to be reckoned with. Color font size.
Sayun 110 font multicolor purple indeed. Vote perk, your assessment is most astute. Curtis history is an until a boss speaks to her prowess. Her Danmaku patterns are as unpredictable as they are punishing. I dare say, few could withstand her onslaught of particles in ale color font size. Few could withstand the particles in an cure home.
We make release Signanilion, 22 octillion, on 140 on septillion, on 113 septillion, 438 quintillion.
Size 110-foot bloody color purple, forgive me, Fair Piril, but I must reconsider my stance. Perhaps Cerno's abilities are not as formidable as I initially believed. Her spell cards, while visually striking, may be more style than substance. Color font size.
Sayun Hamki Tena Bloody Love. I'm a figment of love's imagination. Oh, I'm Sai.
Sayun 110 font multicolor purple name. Good perch. Do not let Purple Bass outburst sway you. Colonel is a fork to be reckoned with. Her Danmaku patterns are as elegant as they are deadly. Color fancy.
We make release Ignanilion, 765 octillion, 432 septillion, on 109 septillion, 800.
Size 110-foot bloody color purple, open further reflection. I believe I must demote Cerno from her lofty perch. Her abilities, while formidable, are perhaps not as versatile as those of her peers. Color font size.
Sayun 110-foot bloody color purple a perch. The revised assessment seems fair. Cerna's strength lies in her power, but she lacks the fineness of a true master. Color font Sayun. Size
110-foot bloody color purple indeed. Fair Larry, perhaps we should consider the merits of Patchouli knowledge next. Her mastery of the elements and her vast magical library make her a formidable opponent. Color font size. Sound size.
Release the goddamn bombs. The 3.